This is Kugan Cassius for iFLTV. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Liam Cameron. How are you feeling today, Liam?
I'm all right. Yesterday I was a bit sadder, but I've woke up today, had a bit of good chats with my team. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, look, it's been obviously less than 2 days since Sunday night in Birmingham. Much talked about fight for a long time. Um, it obviously wasn't to be your night, Liam, but let me start by asking you a question on the night I spoke to Lee in yesterday. He said he didn't really have too many complaints with the timing of the stoppage, but for yourself, we know you would have carried on. That's we don't need to ask that whether you would have carried on. We know you would have. But did you feel like at that point the stoppage was a little bit too early? And then watching it back, what did you think?
It's an hard one, isn't it? I don't really want to come on here and say it were early or anything. People can make their minds up. Ref did his job. Maybe if it were on other foot and it were Ben, I'd have wanted it to be stopped. Do you know what I mean? So it's on that night, it was stopped, and I can't really complain, can I?
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I spoke to Lee yesterday, and he said that look, in the referee's obviously got a decision to make in that moment. He did, and it was what it was. But a few people I've seen online saying that it possibly could have gone on. So that's
Yeah, touch wood, I've never been down in my career.
well, yeah. I mean, hopefully that continues on throughout your whole career. But what did you make of your own performance? Obviously, for those couple of rounds, what did you make of it?
You know what it were? People might think I'm gonna lie. In Saudi, I was nervous as anything. Didn't know what to expect. This time, I had no respect for him. I thought I was gonna go in there and do a demolition job, even like with sparring and stuff. I've been hurting people, and I've even been getting fighters through spars. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I thought this is my time. Ben were different. I could tell straight away we're different. It were more, we're a bit on it. I was stupid. I was rushing in because I had no respect for him.
Hmm. Was that your mentality going into this fight? Obviously, off the back of kind of the build up and also what happened in the first fight, was that your mentality to go in there with that no respect attitude?
Yeah, I was just gonna go in there, get close, and punch because I've got a good engine. I can carry on and carry on. I just thought going off that first fight. But if you think about it, Ben had a rubbish performance. First fight, I had a rubbish performance. Second time, I got caught. But like in first round, I had a big bang in my ear. It was a weird feeling, and I thought that's mad. And I perforated my eardrum when I went to the doctor. It's bleeding, so I've got to go to a specialist next week to get all that sorted. Um, but yeah, even like how many rounds could I have done with that? I've the fighter's probably got to be saved from the self, but of course I'd have carried on. Of course I would have.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I didn't even ask you that question because I know and we know kind of from the outside that you definitely would have obviously wanted to carry on. And listen, it's not a cliche saying, but sometimes, quite a few times, fighters do need saving from themselves because
Yeah,
that's what you've got good people around you to kind of, and also the referees and everyone else around you in that situation to make that call almost so it's taken out of your hands.
yeah, definitely. It's like, especially me, I don't really care. I'm not bothered about stuff like perforated eardrums, and I've sparred with a lot worse. So yeah, it were a great night, and the people, 95% of that arena were for me. That were magical, weren't it? That were crazy. And I can't get back to everyone to say thank you, but I wished I could. But what an amazing night the British public made for me that night. That was something I'll never forget.
I mean, you can kind of answer this, but it's quite clear to see that. kind of from the build up to the first fight in Saudi and up until that kind of time period up until now, that there's so many positives to take from not just the build up, not just like you what you're getting financially, just there's a lot apart from obviously the result on Sunday night. There's so many positives to take for yourself, um, which is clear to see.
It's like I had a phone call this morning for a random person, messaged me on Instagram saying, "Oh, we live in Spain, a construction company. So look, we felt like on your interview that you're gonna pack in. We'll sponsor you for a year. We want you to get back boxing." I'm like, wow, it's mad, isn't it? Like, and then another thing, I've had these all nice little perks in life. I went to Birmingham Nike outlet, so I was shopping. Thought I'll get my kids some Jordans and me some. So I were gonna get some tracksuits, but not because I'm tight. I'm sensible. I thought I'll get them another day tracksuits, but now I wish I did. They went, "Oh, these are on us, these Liam. These are on ours. Well done, and we love your story." Crazy.
Yeah, look, I mean that's one thing, and I think we've spoken about this quite a few times, Liam. That your story has really kind of hit with a lot of people, and rightly so. You've gone through kind of really traumatic parts of your life and career, and to see you kind of coming out on the other side, and Lee and summed it up well over the last couple of days that you've won in life, and whatever happens Sunday is still going to put you in big fights moving forward. So it's true, you have won in life.
Yeah, because like scary thing, I've not experienced it yet, but scary, I haven't passed. Scary thing with boxing is when you lose, everything stops. People go to the next person. But I think with me, people are backing me even more. Like, come on, Liam, get up and do it. But I have got like a little. What I am gonna do, I'm gonna move to super middleweight now. That's it. They're too big. I'll fight them, but they're too big. They're just too big genetically. I'm making weight with a pound under, like all fight week on weight. It's ridiculous. I'm like 2 kilos over 3 week out from fight. That's no good. That's eating a chicken wrap every day and doing what I do. But I'm gonna get a good nutritionist like the original plan were. Go down super middleweight. I think that division's open.
Yeah, I mean, look, either way, at the weight you're at now, or dropping down to super middle, there's going to be big fights for you there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure people will be queuing up still to fight you, but that's a good problem and a bad problem at the same time. So if you feel
yeah,
more comfortable at super middleweight, um, power wise, whatever wise, then yeah.
yeah. That's the plan to do.
What did you make? Obviously, a couple of talking points. Obviously, one with Whitaker after the fight. Um, what did you make of that situation, which was talked about?
The thing is with Ben Whittaker is he's a great fighter. He's probably I don't know him personally. He's probably the nicest kid you'll ever meet. I'm not saying he is. He just doesn't do himself justice to get the people to like him, which he needs to work on that. Like it might not be in him, it might be in him. I don't know. I think someone needs to sit him down and say, listen, let's get these British boxing fans back on your side. You don't need to take that role. But eventually they will love him.
Yeah, look, I mean, listen, I don't know Ben particularly really, really well, but for what I do know about Ben, I think Ben's really all right. And I think this kind of side to Ben that we've seen through his career has got people talking about him on those boxes, but that's for him to work out how he kind of develops his persona with the public moving forward. Um, he's had a lot of criticism during his career about his style, etc., the showboating. He had a lot of criticism since that first fight to you, and it's yeah. But on the whole, from what my personal thing is with Ben, I think Ben's all right, and I think I get trying to play a certain role to get
Yeah.
people talking, but yeah, I mean that's for him to decide how he kind of moves forward with his kind of media profile, however you want to say it.
Yeah, like I do wish him best. I hope he wins everything. Nah, there's no hard feelings. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll go my way now.
Well, I mean, look, I know it's only been a couple of days now, but is it just a little bit of rest for you, and then obviously your team will work on kind of what the plan is moving forward for whatever point this year for you. But I'm sure you won't want to kind of dwell and be out the ring for too long.
I ain't we haven't been on holiday for 5 years through personal circumstances. So my goal in the next couple of weeks is to take my kids away. So that'd be nice.
Where are you going to
After
take?
that, I don't know. I don't know. Somewhere, get a good deal somewhere.
Right. Well, listen, if there's any holiday outlets out there, get in touch for a good deal for Liam and his family, obviously. Um, all right, well, listen, I'm not going to bother you too much on a Tuesday. I'm sure you've got better things to be doing. Have you got anything else you'd like to say, Liam, before we finish?
No, just thank you to everyone, even like people that bought a ticket. I had to get a page, someone to run this ticket page. It were doing that well. I had two people running it, me, Junaid's mom and my friend Chris Choker. Chris Choker. And yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsor Warlord as well, what's backed me, and all my other sponsors. Appreciate you all and the support.
Absolutely. Right, Liam, I'll let you crack on with the rest of your day. Just a quick one. Got a pick for Conor Ben and Chris Eubank this week?
Um, I was saying to my trainer yesterday, I've been watching build up, and what goes into their camps are amazing. Even Conor Ben, he's taking a big risk. I'd, I just think Eubank's gonna win. Too much for him.
Weight wise?
Yeah, everything wise.
Right, we ain't got long to find out. We're literally 4 days
Yeah,
away, so
can't wait for it.
we'll see how that pans out. But Liam Cameron, thank you very much for your time last week and obviously today as well. And no doubt we'll catch up with you, yeah, whenever you've got news or
Yeah, thank you for ringing me as well after the fight. That means a lot to me.
don't be silly. Don't be silly. It's all good.
Yeah,
Um, have a good Tuesday afternoon, my friend.
yeah. You too. See you later.
Top man. Thank you, mate.
Bye.